Okay, we're all familiar with the reality show portrayal of the private eye gathering evidence to bust somebody's spouse for bad behavior. But the reality is that private investigators provide comprehensive services that can assist you in making informed decisions. And joining me today is Glenn Holmes, and Glenn is president of H&H Private Investigations. Welcome, Glenn. Great to have you.
It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you for having us.
Well, thank you. And we also have Mat Perez, and Matt is the retired chief of the FBI's New Mexico Bureau. Welcome to both of you.
Thank you.
Great to have you as well, Matt. Now, I want to talk first to you, Glenn, because you've had a really long career in law enforcement. So tell us a little bit about your history and what led you to getting into private investigations.
Okay. Well, I come from a long line of professional investigators. My father was a retired chief of police. My grandfather's retired chief of police. And I retired from law enforcement. I worked for New Mexico State Police, for the Santa Fe County Sheriff's Department, and for the New Mexico Department of Game and Fish.
Wow.
So I've basically been doing investigations all my adult life.
So now you kind of just went into more of a specialized industry for it. And it's got to be really rewarding when you're able to solve problems and help people, like we said, make some informed decisions. And of course, you know, Matt, after 35 years with the FBI, I have to ask you, what compelled you to get into this arena?
Well, after all those years, you might say that was the only thing that I knew.
Right.
So it was a shame to let all that experience go unused.
Well, now you're certainly using it for a very good purpose. So let's talk a little bit about some of the services that you provide.
Well, basically what we do is we provide all types of investigations.
Okay.
Everything from art fraud investigations to death investigations, witness locates, civil rights investigations. We have several government agencies that we work for, and we provide investigative services primarily for attorneys, for government agencies, and also for a number of individuals. And basically what we do is we provide them with the information they need to make informed decisions based on findings of fact.
See, and that's why it's such a good industry, because you're helping people find solutions. And I know so much is confidential, but I have to ask, you've got to have some really unusual cases. Is there anything that you can share with our viewers?
They're all interesting.
I'm sure. Anything really unusual?
The good thing is that with our varied law enforcement backgrounds, you really have to have that type of background to be in this, but we have the experience, but every day is different. It's not a boring job.
No, I'm sure it's not. Well, is there anything that stands out as being more unusual than another?
Well, we worked a long time an old cold case murder.
Oh, wow.
And that is still ongoing.
Really?
And we think we found some information that had been overlooked, and we brought that to the law enforcement authorities, and hopefully that matter will be resolved.
Well, I certainly hope so. And I think, you know, we get so caught up in the TV and movie business, and we watch, and so we have our own perspective of what you do. But I'm just curious, really, with what you do. I mean, what's a day like for you? I have to know the process just from a personal standpoint.
Well, basically, what I do is I answer my phone calls, check my emails, and then we I start making the assignments. I contact my investigators. We have 5 retired FBI agents who work for our firm. So that's what makes us so unique.
Well, what about the territory? I mean, are you confined to New Mexico?
We work the whole state of New Mexico, and we also work basically anywhere in the United States what we're called.
Oh, really?
We often work with other agencies throughout the country, and we're really good at finding people that can't be found. That's
a good point, because I wanted to ask you, do you find that a lot of people are calling a private investigator because they want to find a lost love, or they want to find a lost friend? Is that something? Do you find a lot of reunion type of cases?
That happens pretty often.
Really?
And one of the things that I do is I always try to meet with the client. I want to make sure that there's a good fit. I won't take anybody's money unless I know that we can help them out.
Sure.
And I also want to make sure that we're doing it for all the right reasons. You know, with all the strict federal stalking laws, we want to make sure that we're all doing it for the right reasons.
Absolutely. And I think with social media being the way it is, it's so easy for people to get into people's personal lives these days. Do you find that that's been more of an issue as a private investigator,
Well,
Matt?
we have to be very cognizant of that always, because, for instance, in finding people, some people don't want to be found.
Right.
And you have to respect that if they're a mature adult, we'll find out where the person is. Then we have to really basically negotiate with the client to tell them where the person is, but then they may not want to meet with you.
That makes a lot of sense.
We're based in Santa Fe, and I just want our viewers to know that if that they can reach us at 505-986-9165.
Yes, you want to be found.
Yes, and also they can look at our website at hnhpi.com.
Great.
And our motto is we produce results, not excuses.
Oh, we produce results, not excuses. I like that. I need to use that slogan in life. That's a good one. Matt, Glenn, thank you both so much for being with us. And hopefully, if I ever encounter you for a private investigation, it's for something really wonderful, not something bad.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you both, and nice to have you with us.
It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you.
And coming up, we're going to introduce you to the world's friendliest restaurant, serving breakfast, lunch, and hugs. Love hugs.